Welcome everyone, KD here. This is a short update, probably a very short update. For stream I just did, link in the description if you want to see the whole thing, but it's without commentary, so just so you know. And am I on the right? Here I wanted to be. So what I did was I did the abilities, the levels for the abilities. So first we set kind of with the experience points the level for the ability, and here this is a function. What is a function? It's just a mathematic function. It's just math. I'm not going into detail with it here. Maybe it helps to watch if you want to know how I did it. Maybe it helps to watch the stream, otherwise kind of leave a comment if you want to know how I did it. So the idea of this level up system is that it gets exponential longer to gain levels as higher the level is. That's the idea, so it's not a linear level up system. It's really cool. As higher the ability level you want to reach, as more experience points you need, and it goes really steep as higher you go. Anyway, that's kind of thing. So yeah, maybe if I should explain how I did it, leave a comment. However, maybe this level up system is maybe not what you want for your game. It depends on what game. It of course depends. So anyway, we set the level here. So with the outputs of this function, we set the level. We also have to set different states for the experience points just to have, so we can do the UI correctly and things like that. And yeah, and other things like experience points next is mostly for, so we can do the widgets correctly with a bar, how long it takes to level up and things like that. Experience points last, the one down here, however, is important for our function here. And then with that we set our new states for this ability, like how much health damage it does, how much armor damage, here the hit chance, and so on. And this is then quite simple. It's just a level multiplied by a number that I just chose now. So for health damage we have, when you look here, default value of 20. When we get the level in, so when we have level 10, then we multiply this with 6 and add this to the 20, so we have health damage of 80. That's our new one. Here I did, with the chances, I did a little bit more. I did a clamp. What's the clamp? That's the clamp does just give us limitations how far we can go. That means for the hit chance, my top is 0.99. That means there's, even if as much as you level it up, there's always a 1% chance that you miss. For the critical chance that happens, I chose 0.49. That means that it's a little bit less than 50% chance that you get the critical. However, the growth here the hit chance is pretty low, so it takes us a couple of levels until you reach this one here, and the rest is actually more or less unlimited. Like I said, as higher the level of the ability is, as longer it takes to level it up. On high level, this may take really long, and then at this point you maybe have already learned other abilities that are maybe better than this one here. So, but this is kind of the general idea. I had to do some different stuff. Here, this is an extra event I had to add. What's that? Okay. That I had to add, that is after using the ability. After using the ability, we gain an experience points for this ability. So the problem was that we have, when we, where is it here, when we select the hit points, that's when everything happens, when the animation starts, when we do the final calculation, how much damage we do, and so on. Now the problem is we choose here in the command section, do we choose the attack. So I had a little bit problems with when do we add the experience point, because here when we click on here, we still have to select the enemy and then the hit point, and when we didn't have selected the enemy, we still can go back to select our commands, and that means someone could, if I would add the experience point at this point, someone could just smash this button and grow the level for the ability without even using the ability. So that was kind of a little bit of a problem, so I had to find out at which point I give the experience point, and I had kind of to play around with that. So you need the character number, which character is it, and I had to add this attack numbers. I did this in this command list. I chose for this one 21 because it's the mid-ranged attack. Under the category mid-range attack, it's the first attack, and how I have listed the attack types is first short-range attack and second mid-range attack. That means 20. The first number stands for the attack type, and the second number for the ability number. And I don't think we have more. We will have more than 9 abilities, to be honest, or maybe even 10. We also can use 0. At least I don't think for one character and one attack type. I mean, there are a lot more options, so maybe I have to change this number then to 201, and so we have more variations, but I don't think we will have more than 10 attack types. But maybe it's difficult to say now when I say it out loud. Anyway, that's kind of what I did for the player, and I did similar thing for the enemy. Here, for the enemy, I did another function, the enemy level. Here comes in the stage correction and the difficulty correction. We add them together. Then we then I just said, yeah, okay, I had just to take a number. So I said, yeah, we multiply this with 10. Then we take this 10 and add, yeah, forget about that. That's just a little bit of correction here. Something important to know, important. And then I gave it a random note, so it won't be every time the same thing. Even if you are in the same stage, have the same difficulty and the same enemy, there is still a little bit of variation. And that's why here's a random number in it. Anyway, and then with that we do the same here. For the enemy ability, calculate everything, and then I kinda made it same here. I already made this here, so I kinda keep this alive, like this. So maybe the most important thing about this level up function is, let's show this in, is the start experience point. If this is low, it gets so experience start is how much experience points you need for jumping from level 1 to level 2, and only level 1 and level 2. After that, the function takes the experience number next, for the next step, but that means, of course, as high this, it depends strongly on this number, how fast you can improve an ability. And that's also here for the enemy, and so I had to do another array in here. And also, because the experience points are random and we take from the experience points, I mean, yeah, it's random and it's calculated at the beginning, and we take from the experience points, we calculate the level. I also added the possibility for the enemy that he can in one battle even level up its ability. So every time he uses the ability, we add experience points to it, and then we calculate the everything again. So also the enemy can improve his abilities while in combat, and also the player can do this. So yeah, quite complicated explanation, I know, but that's kind of, I hope the general idea still went through. So there is kind of this two things. So to level up, to make your characters really strong, is first you have to level up the attributes of the character. That's a quite complicated thing. I don't want to explain how you do this. And the second thing is you have to level up your abilities. And you do this, you have two options to do this. And the first option is just to use them in combat itself. And then I will do kind of, you will see some second thing that is outside of the combat, kind of for cost of experience points and cost of energy. You can practice your abilities and level them up outside of combat, but this is also limited, absolutely, because you need experience points, and you gain only experience points by fighting monsters. So So with that, kinda, yeah, didn't think I would explain it in so much detail, and I could have gone much more in detail, but so this video went longer than I wanted to. Anyway, the next step is, if we go to combat blueprint, is right now we have only one type of attack, and that is mid-range attacks. So the next step would be to have different attacks. We also have only one type of attack for mid-range attacks. So actually the next step would be maybe creating a second or a third mid-range attack with some different numbers going in. As example, one that is, instead of doing a lot of damage to health, doing a lot of damage to armored equipment or armored body parts, something like that. And then the second, then after that, is setting up all the other attack types, so short range attack, long range attack, special attacks, and tech weapon attacks. Yes, and that's all about the stream I did today. Like I said, the link is in the description for the stream.